Hi everyone, welcome to April completed pages video. Welcome. And yeah, let's go through some of my completed pages this month. I've got some. I'm not gonna apologize for the amount of pages because you know it is what it is. I don't have that much time. So let's maybe do the Easter pages first. I've got a couple of those. I'll start with Hello Spring book by Alexandra Danneman, and that was a body color with Pixie, and we did this page with Bunny, whose face I absolutely love. I don't know whether I'm projecting right now, but I feel that his face just says, yeah, this giant pink egg behind me, I do not care about at all. And I just love his face. So yeah, I'll put Pixie's wonderful finished page here somewhere. So you can see her coloring, which is wonderful. And yeah, that was very, very, very enjoyable. It's a nice little book. It's got some, which I like, some Easter themed pages, but also some just spring, which is kind of what I want. There is only a couple of, few days of Easter. And the whole book about Easter is gonna last me years. If not, yeah, years. So there are some nice pictures in here, but there is a lot of spring, so maybe I'll do something this coming month as well. So yeah, that was Hello Spring. And now the book whole about Easter, or Easter eggs to be precise, by Cocowayo. I kind of like this book. I treat it a bit like mandala, because they are just different Easter eggs. So I've done some last year, one of my first colorings. There are actually some books this month that were my very first books that I ever bought, like this one. I'm pretty sure that was my very first Cocowayo book that I ever bought. And I've done this one this year. Yeah, kind of happy with it. I like this part. I'm not sure about this part, but overall I like it. It's nice and shiny and kind of colorful. So yeah, I've got 3 eggs now in this book. Happy. So that's that one. Another one of my very first books, which is Easter coloring book by Dina Stone, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was done last year. And I've done this one. Try to keep it to limited palette, which was kind of successful. And I really like this one. Basically, I chose that particular page because of coffee. I really kind of wanted color coffee. So yeah, so that coffee in a cup really attracted me to this page. And yeah, I really like it. I'm very happy with it. By the way, I've got like tons of the Book Depository bookmarks because I bought a lot from them. Rest in peace, Book Depository. I'm very sad about it. I was about to, some time ago, chuck them out because I have so many of those bookmarks, but now I'm gonna keep and cherish them because yeah, Book Depository is sadly no more. For us in Europe, I believe, and probably in some other places, that's like really, really sad news. I bought a lot of books from them. Mostly pretty much vast majority of my Korean books are from them. So very sad to see them go. And I'm keeping the bookmarks. So yeah, that was slight little diversion from coloring pages, but yeah, I'm really, really sad about Book Depository. Nevertheless, let's go back to the pages. And my last Easter page was from Easter Parade. Really happy to have this book. This book was unavailable on Amazon for a longest time, and I really wanted to this one. So I'm really happy that it's now, or at least was when I bought it, was available and was able to get it. It's beautiful. I really like this book, and I colored this lovely girl with some very lime green background. And yeah, again, I'm really happy with the colorway, and I'm really happy with how that turned out. She's got some nice duochrome metallic things on the ribbons are duochrome metallic, so hopefully you can see that. It looks great in my humble opinion. And yeah, I really love this page. Very pretty book. So that's that one. And then that's all for Easter pages. So then I colored in this lovely little pocket book by Kissy Art. It's very delicate lines rather. So I'm not sure if how well it shows up, but yeah, I colored this lovely angel. Here she is. She's also sparkly. Hopefully again that is showing. So I used some Spectrum Noir glitter marker on her, and some splatters of gold watercolor, and I'm really happy with her. Very happy. I will color some more, but this image definitely will go on a postcard next year, so in about a year, in March, for my mom's birthday, because she's gonna love it. So I'm gonna eventually destroy that book by taking that page out, but it has a destination. But it's a lovely book. If you want to see the whole flip through of this book, it's in my In Focus series on the channel. So more Kissy artwork is there if you want to have a look. Lovely. And I bought that's very new, that's literally arrived a couple of days before, maybe not a couple of days, few days before me filming this video, and that's a new Kokowayo book, Mystical World. It's wonderful. I love it. And it arrived at the time when I was actually identifying some pages with castles for Jamie's Coloring Love hashtag Enchanting Year of Color, which this month, April, was castles. And there is like a cute castle in here. I mean, there's more. Actually, there are a few castles in here. There's one on the very first page, which I also liked. I like this one too. This is a very pretty book. Again, flip through is on the channel if you want to have a look, closer look, but it's beautiful. And this particular castle, I wanted to keep the palette to like pastel colors. I normally struggle with that because I don't know, I just always try to make it more intense and a bit more vibrant, and end up with everything getting kind of darker. Not like dark, but you know, like darker and more intense, whilst keeping the light pastel color palette is a challenge. Basically, that's what I'm saying. But I'm really happy with that, how that turned out. Really pleased. I used white, was it Posca or Jelly Roll? I can't remember. I used both interchangeably. So one of those on the pink clouds, and then silver silver metallic gel pen on those little things, whatever they are, and on the rainbow and hot air balloon. And yeah, the background inside I think is just marker. The background outside is soft pastel. On reflection, it probably would be even nicer if I did the outer background in different color, but I still like it very much. But probably would be better if it was a different color. I think it would have been more, I don't know, impactful, for lack of better words. But yeah, really happy with that. Probably my first pastel color page. I can't remember having done another one, so maybe very first one. Yeah, and then I colored in Flower Manga Girls by Coloring Book Cafe. Again, beautiful book. I just colored the very first page, which is this girl here, only because I really wanted to do these flowers like red, very red. Again, slight departure because I tend to keep things to a limited palette. Well, this feels very colorful to me. That feels like very colorful. But yeah, I'm really happy with her. I colored her skin and, well, pretty much hair maybe in kind of more, again, for lack of better words, traditional way, because I honestly, I don't have the skills to color like shade, like anime style shading and coloring like with markers. I don't have the skill for that at this point, at least. So I colored her like I would any other portrait or, you know, a person. I'm not sure if I have enough courage to attempt the kind of shading, the anime style coloring. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I love the manga and anime characters, girls in particular. Love them and color them, but I can't do it the anime style. So maybe in the future, but right now, this is how they're gonna be colored. And again, really happy with her. She's so colorful and bright, and yeah, makes me happy. So that's Flower Manga Girls by Coloring Book Cafe. Oh, and my another book depository, bookmark, and another. And I did my first coloring in this 50 springtime mandalas as well. And I've done this one because I didn't, in this particular book, there is a lot of Easter stuff, lots and lots of eggs, and which is, you know, great. But there is another book like this with miniatures rather than mandalas, but it's like all about Easter. So together with this one, it's slightly Easter overload for me. I will never be able to color that. So I tried to choose one that is not Easter, just spring. And I love this one. Again, because of the beautiful flowers and different flowers and everything else, it's not really limited color palette. Couldn't do that because I wanted to color the flowers more realistically, which I think worked out. Love how the pansies turned out. Not so much this one because that was the first, and then I think I got a little better with this three, but generally very, very happy with this. Lovely illustration. I really enjoyed it. Slightly annoys me that I feel like it's not centered. It's like, I think it's lower, or is it just me? I think it's like more space in here than in here, so that annoys me a little bit. I don't know why, but it does. But other than that, I love the illustration and I really like how that turned out too. So yeah, 50 Springtime Mandalas by Camilla Angelkova. And then I've done my first coloring in my another zodiac book. At the beginning of the year, I have, I think I've done a video about that in January, all my zodiac books, which were like 12 of them. So I think once I've colored in this one, I think I've got 3 that are still uncolored to tackle, and each one of them will have something in them, so I'm happy. And in this one, is beautiful. This issue of Coloring Heaven is beautiful, and I love every single illustration in here. But obviously I've got lots of zodiac books, so yeah, maybe next year I choose like one set of illustrations, because you've got all the Astro Inklings by Tanya Bond in here, which is the one that I've done, and beautiful illustrations by Mayumi Ogihara. And I think maybe I'll leave Mayumi Ogihara to next year and do all of them through the year. I haven't done any yet, but we'll see. But I've done areas from the Inklings, Astro Inklings collection by Tanya Bond. And again, really happy with her. It's really kind of splotchy watercolor. The background is watercolor. There's a lot of watercolor in here. The sheep are watercolor. Something else, I think. No, the rest is marker, maybe. Marker base and then shaded with pencils. I think the background and the sheep are watercolor. Oh no, and her gloves, I don't know if you can tell, but again, it's a duochrome. So when I was taking photo for Instagram of this, they look pink, but they're not really pink. They're more kind of lilac blue. I don't know if you can see that. So it looks slightly odd on the Instagram photo because it looks like it's just a weird shade of pink. But yeah, that's because it just didn't come out on the photo. But yeah, so I've done her and I'm really, really happy again with how she turned out. Really happy how her skin is shaded. I think I'm getting more confident with the shading of skin, particularly on the marker base. Hair, I'm not sure if that's hair or horns or whatever that is, but hair's still the problem for me. But skin is kind of getting there. So yeah, really happy with this one as well. And another Zodiac book has something colored in it. Now the one that I'm really, really thrilled with how she turned out is this page in here. There's lovely Aries Girl by M's Drawings from the, again, Zodiac book. So happy. Departure for me in terms of colors, because I tend to go for cooler palette for some reason. I don't know, it just happens. So a bit of a departure, and I'm so happy with how she turned out. I'm just one of my, if not my favorite page for this month. She's just so beautiful. Obviously that's due to Emilia's illustration, which is absolutely stunning, but yeah, I'm so happy with how she turned out. Really, really pleased with her. There is not a lot of embellishment, just a watercolor paint in the kind of frame and sign, and on her horns a little bit in Japan. But yeah, very, very happy. And I think I want to do a little bit more in this book because the portraits in particular, like this is Taurus and she's just beautiful. I think I'm going to color her next. I love how she draws the girls. So yeah, lovely book. And one of my favorite pages this month. And then I finally got hold of my Rita Berman book. I've got all of Rita Berman's books. I just haven't colored in them. So this one actually is another book that I colored in at the very, very start of me coloring. That was one of the very first pictures that I've colored. And also this little thing, literally a year ago. And this April I colored this one. And again, the idea at the beginning was that it will be more pastel and lighter, but it just progressed from very light shades into quite intense and darker. There is a lot of gold metallic, both paint and watercolor paint and gel pen. So hopefully you can see that. There's also silver gel pen on the clouds, and this cloud was kind of going in here, so I colored that bit in here. So maybe next I'll do that page, so it'll be done. It's not I feel it's not a double page spread, it's just kind of this cloud that goes encroaching on this one a bit, so I colored that because why not? So yeah, happy with the color palette. And yeah, that was enjoyable. I really need to color more in Rita's books, but it's a start. So that's mein Frühlingsspaziergang by Rita Berman. And my last coloring is in Mystic Animals by Stratton Patterson. And I've done a red panda here for Pixies hashtag. So yeah, so the hashtag, the theme rather for this month was red panda. I don't really have any Disney books, and I don't think I will have, so I just I actually found quite a few red panda pages in all of my books, but I chose this one because I really liked him. So yeah, so he took me a while. It took me a while. So all the kind of greenery and branches and everything around him are based with graphitint, I think. Yes, graphitint and then pencil on top, whilst the panda is done only with pencils, with polychromos. And he took me a while because I really wanted to kind of do it as close to realistic colors as possible. And I'm really happy with how he turned out. He's so cute, so cute. Lovely book. Again, need to color more in this one, but really happy with this page. And yeah, it was enjoyable, but yeah, he took a while. He took a bit. So yeah, so that's all my colored, finished colored pages for this month. I've got a lot of plans for next month, which is May, so lots of mermaids. I want to color some mermaids. So yeah, so I've pulled out all my mermaid books and other books that had mermaids in them, and I am going to make my choices of which mermaids to color. I'm not going to color in all of them because, yeah, there are too many. I've got too many mermaid books. And also, April was the month that this channel had an anniversary. So it's 1 year since the channel was created, and also pretty much since I started coloring, because I started coloring in March, in end of March, I think, 2022. So it's a year of me coloring and the channel. So I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you all that subscribed and the unsubscribed, everyone that likes and comments, and everyone who doesn't. I thank you too. It's been an enjoyable first year, and thank you again for putting up with me. I feel like I'm still quite awkward when I talk to you on this channel, because it just makes me really anxious. Filming makes me anxious, so I feel like it comes across as a bit awkward. So thank you for putting up with that, for putting up with my accent and very basic tech setup. I literally film on my phone, so you know there is a limit to what I can do because I'm just using my phone to film. And thank you for putting up with my experiments on the channel, like the In Focus series. And there's more experiments to come, I'm afraid. So we'll see. I thank you in advance for putting up with those. Hopefully you will like at least some of them. And yeah, I met lots of wonderful people through this channel, and I'm really glad that I've done it. I will continue. I think that I'm very fortunate to have experienced very positive feedback with regards to the first year of this channel. So I think the community is so helpful and supportive that it's been a pleasure. So thank you again, all of you. And I will see you shortly. Bye.